Greetings and welcome. Dr. Nielsen here, founder of Nielsen Holistic, ready to talk about one other tip here. I know a lot of you, it's becoming so sunny out there. It is the springtime, almost summer, and it's time to lose those extra 5 pounds of weight. I know. You've come into me, you want to see me because you want to just get those few extra pounds of weight off, whether it's 5, whether it's 1 or 2. One of the key components, and we talked about that in our other video, losing those 5 extra pounds of weight and how you can do it in about 10 to 14 days if there's inflammation. If it's just 1 pound, great. But again, I'm not so concerned about the weight. What I'm more concerned about is that puffiness around the waist, puffiness around the thighs, and we get that off through those special body reps that we do. The other key component was skin brushing. Now what does that do? Skin brushing and movement. It gets the lymph flowing. We've got to get lymph flowing to be able to get that extra puffiness off. That is inflammation. That is being stored in the lymph. You'll often see cellulite. All that is pure toxins in the lymph. Got to get it flowing and going, gone. So we want to be able to increase a certain liquid to be able to help remove all of that. And what is it? Water. You've got it. H2O, pura vida. All right, what that's going to do is allow you then to be able to increase the amount of fluid and really start flushing out. And you say, well, Dr. Nielsen, I'm going to have to go to the bathroom more if I do that. Yeah, you're flushing toxins out. You can do it for 10 days, 14 days. Most of you are dehydrated. When you're dehydrated, no toxins can move. It's like a river that's dried up. I don't see anything flowing when a river is dried up. If you're dried up, there's no flow, there's no movement, there's no fluidity. You see that? So we've got to add in the water. How much water should we be taking in? Half our body weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 100 pounds, that would be 50 ounces. 150, that would be 150 divided by 2, or half would be 75. So 75 ounces of water. 200 obviously would be 100 ounces of water per day. Now, the worst of all is that you don't drink much at all, and so you're dehydrated. The next step up would be tap water. The next step up would be the water that's in bottles. I don't like a lot of the bottled water. I'd rather prefer a good filtration that you can put it into, like a metal container or glass container, or glass jar. Good filtration, reverse osmosis. Yes, bottled water is okay. It's just that it's in plastic again. So I prefer it in a different container if you can. The main thing is, folks, here, get the water in. And of course, the optimal would be to actually get our AhWha International Water, which is super hydrating to the system. We can actually infuse the water with nutrients. So that's another topic, another story for another day. But that is super hydrating water. It is phenomenal. So AhWha. That is what you need to do to be able to really get flow going, to really start eliminating toxins and get off that extra 5 pounds of body weight, 2 pounds of body weight, but to really get off the inches. I'm more concerned about the inches so that you can look great when you go out, so that you can feel confident. What happens when we eat foods, when we take in pesticides, insecticides, if we're not eating organic? Our body sees that as an enemy. It goes and engulfs around it. Now it uses water for all this. It's got to use water. Remember, got to have flow. It goes and it uses fluid. Phagocytosis goes and engulfs that intruder, that bad guy, that allergen, that food that our body recognizes as an allergenic type food. It goes and engulfs that, packages it up, puts it in the lymph, and we have to get rid of it. All of that takes fluid. All that takes water. So, increasing your water to half your body weight in ounces of water, drinking the best water that you can. Again, recognizing that you can do this for about 10 to 14 days, you can do it. You're going to be using the bathroom more. Of course you are, but that causes more movement. That causes you to get flowing and going, and that causes you to eliminate the waste. So I look forward to seeing you on the next video. And you're going to have less inches if you do what we need to do. Now, for some of you, I know somebody gave me the question right there, but it might be a little bit harder for me to get off the weight. It might be a little bit harder for me to get off the inches. Well, of course, if it's been there for a long time, of course it's going to be harder. Stick to it. Maybe that you do it for 10 days, and then you come back, and then you do it for 10 days again, and keep going back and forth until things start to really get the momentum so you can start pushing things out, flushing things out. Remember, we gotta have the fluid, we gotta have the water, especially good clean water to get the flow. A dried up river, there's no flow. Things are stinky, stagnant. You go to the pond that just has stagnant, stinky. We want flow. We want that flow to go so you can lose those extra pounds, but more importantly, those extra inches. I am Dr. Nielsen. I look forward to seeing you out in the sun, being outside because you're feeling confident, alive, vibrant, and bright. And remember this, live in fullness every day.